Most of us know how to use an EQ to boost or attenuate different frequencies, but it can be difficult to pinpoint exactly what we want to adjust, and this can lead some people to boost and cut, sort of just hoping for the best. And while that can work, today I want to share with you an ear training technique that's really helped me out. I do this every time I open up a project. It takes about a minute, and it gives me a much better understanding of EQ, and I want to share it with you too. So let's get into it. Please do feel free to load up one of your projects and work along with this video. You're going to learn best when you start applying this right away to your own music. So on any track you're currently working on, mix, production, whatever it is, load an EQ that you know well, either on the master or on a track that you want to EQ. Make a bell filter, set the gain to -10, that's where we're going to start. On this EQ, setting a Q factor of 4 seems to work really well, but again, you can adjust this to your taste. And then we're going to start the frequency at 100 Hertz. Then just play your audio. So all we're going to do is turn the filter on and off and notice for a difference. So you just give yourself a few seconds each time. And in the back of your mind, you're just thinking, okay, that's what 100 Hertz sounds like. Then we're going to move this, go to 500 Hertz. And we're just going to repeat this process at a few different frequencies. The difference should be obvious, but that's sort of the point at this stage. So I would recommend starting with 100, 500, 2K, and then also 5K, just to start off with. Just turn it on and off every few seconds. That's all we do the first time, and it's very obvious and it's quite simple. But the next time we do this, it gets a little bit more complicated. We're just going to try more frequencies. So we might start at 50 Hertz, then do 100, 200. We might do 1, 2, and 3K, just test a few different ones. And this time I find it's really useful to close your eyes when you're listening to the processing, just so that you can really tune your ears in. So it's just exactly the same process. You're just turning the EQ on and off. See what features your DAW has for bypass. In FL Studio, you can just select the mixer and you can just press the keys here, the number keys 1, 2, 3, just to turn the processing on and off. Each time you do this, it should only take about 1 minute, and then you just get into the rest of your production. But what we're slowly doing is tuning our ears into those frequencies. And the concept here is that I believe the absence of that sound or frequency tunes you in so much more than just trying to boost or solo that band of frequencies. At least for me, when a sound is removed, I miss it, and then I notice it more when you turn the EQ off and everything's playing together. And if you do a simple exercise like this each time you load up your DAW, day after day, week by week, you start noticing that your processing is so much more focused. Instead of hunting around for problems, either by reducing or by boosting, and trying to find the problems, you listen to something and go, okay, something weird was happening with the recording at 250 Hertz. I'll just reduce a little bit of that, and then I'll get on with the rest of my processing. Because this sort of EQ stuff, hunting around, finding problems, it's not supposed to take very long. It's supposed to be natural so that you can get on and enjoy the other fun parts of your mixing or production. It's quite possible that you could learn to identify all of these frequencies by working for many years with audio, but if you do some simple practices like this, you can get there in a matter of weeks or months. And I often see comments asking, how is it that you can make a 1 dB difference and hear a difference there? But it really is just a case of tuning in your ears like this. And I think that we all do have the ability to do this. The younger you start with this, it is easier. The more of your hearing you've preserved and the more sensitivity you have will make this easier. But I think at just about any age, you can start tuning into these frequencies. And just a final point about the purpose of processing. We are really just trying to nudge these tracks into a more natural balance so that we can then do any sort of fun stuff we want. If you reduce resonances and balance things, then you can feed them into reverbs, delays, other kinds of processing, and it will tend to work a little bit smoother for you. If you want to know more about the different types of EQ, such as linear phase, graphical, analog modeled, just check out this video here. It's also linked at the top of the description box, where I show you all of those different types, but also what they're used for and where they might help you. The last thing I want to say is that if you want to learn even more and connect with me, please consider joining our free Discord server. It's a really great place full of producers, mixing engineers, and just a load of people that love music. I've also left a link to that at the top of the description box. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.